Gates Adams here on behalf of Apex Trader Funding, and I am here today with Tim, quote unquote, Mr. Wilson, as he's known by his following. Obviously, we have you on here, Tim, because you are a paid funded trader with Apex Trader Funding. So first and foremost, I want to congratulate you on the level of success that you've achieved so far as a funded trader. So first of all, bravo for that. Thank you for taking.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, thank you for taking a little time and sharing some of your story with us today. This, for me, is one of the most fun things that I get to do because we get to not only hear what got you where you are, but it also, I believe, helps a lot of newer traders see the path more clearly. And when they can see the path, they can find their way on it and continue and stay motivated. So definitely appreciate that. So first of all, how long have you been trading? What has your journey looked like so far?
So the first time I got into the market was a little over 3 years ago. As far as how long I've been trading futures, it's been since the beginning of last January, February. So I just made a little over a year on futures, but I have been in the markets for a little over 3 years now. But futures is really where I've really enjoyed doing most of my trading, and that's been a little over a year.
Okay. Now, what brought you into the world of trading? How did you find it?
So everybody heard about the GameStop run up, and I missed that. And the next thing I started hearing about was AMC. Everybody was talking about how AMC was going to the moon. We were going to get those tendies. We were going to make millions and all have Lamborghinis. So naturally, I got one of the user-friendly trading softwares on my phone. I put in about $23,000 of my savings and bought a bunch of call options on AMC, and I lost it all. Every penny of it, it was gone. So naturally, I doubled down and did it again. I took another $17,500 and dumped it into $11 strike calls for AMC when it was trading at $80.50. And I held them for about 3-4 weeks. And then over the course of 5 days, we all saw the run up to a little over $72. So in the course of 5 days, I made right at $218,000 off of those AMC calls. I didn't sell at the top. I was expecting it to break 100, and it never did. I sold at about 185,000. And transferred all of that over into TD Ameritrade. That way I could trade like the big boys. And then found out that they actually leverage what you have in your account 3 times your account balance. So the next morning when I woke up, I had over $700,000 to day trade with. And I thought I was Warren Buffett at that point. So over the course of about a year, I lost $140,000 of that money. It was very upsetting, but it was also very humbling. It was a learning experience. Found out that I do not know what I'm doing in the markets. So I reached out, tried to get some education, met a bunch of guys online that really genuinely enjoyed doing this. And they got me kind of on the right track with stock options. Ultimately, I found out that wasn't for me. So I switched over to momentum penny stocks, which that was too fast for me. I didn't enjoy it. It was too much going on, and I couldn't keep up. So that's whenever I found out about futures, and ultimately I found out about Apex. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was a little hesitant when they explained it to me. I said, I don't know what you guys are doing, but that sounds a little unbelievable to me. Sure. And I can testify to that it is 100% legit, and it really is what they said it is. And I love it. I genuinely enjoy trading futures. I love looking at the charts. My wife gets upset because I never put my phone down. Whether I'm at the gym or on our way to go do something in town or whatever, I usually have my phone out and I'm watching the charts and I'm updating and I'm updating my guys and just getting ready for the next day. But I genuinely enjoy it.
It's for people who get the bug, it can be very addictive. And it just,
oh yeah,
there's just so much information at any given moment that it sucks you in, especially once you kind of get past it. And I mean, look, your story, we've heard tons of stories like this. In fact, especially these days, because, with what crypto has done over the course of the last few years, with GameStop, with AMC, with these situations where we saw these massive moves in markets in ways that we'd never really seen before. A lot of people made a lot of money really fast, and I think what happened is a lot of them thought that was that their skill got them there. I don't want to take away from anything, any research that's going into it, but outside of a scenario like that, it can be very humbling to say, okay, well, maybe I need to learn a little bit about supply and demand, or figure out how to do a little bit of trend trading, or whatever your particular strategy structure looks like. And I know that for me, I had an experience that was similar in a way. I lucked my way into a huge win, lost it all. I've talked about it in various formats and things like that. But a lot of times it takes that initial moment of, okay, there is an opportunity here. If I can figure this out, if I can clean up my understanding and my execution, there's something here. So at what point did that sort of come to be for you? At what point were you like, I'm hooked, I'm in, this is a route that I'm going?
If I'm being honest with you, it was within a month or two, at the latest. I knew this is what I enjoyed doing, because I even if I was busy doing something else, this was on the back of my mind pretty much all day long. And then it got to the point where I was having dreams about it, which was weird. And I'd wake up in the middle of the night thinking about it, having to check to see, what price is doing in the overnight session, and seeing, if we made any moves on liquidity or what it was doing. And even though it didn't matter because I wasn't trading at the time, like I just needed to just at least check just to see what's going on.
You got to love it. And when your wife nudges you in the middle of the night, says, you're making too much noise. What are you dreaming about? Candlesticks, baby, candlesticks.
Massive sell-off. Let's go.
Absolutely. So at this point, obviously, you've gone through, you've connected with a community of traders, which in my opinion is massively important. You've done the research, you've learned some specifics in terms of trading, and you've experienced some success along the way. What do you think has been the biggest key pivotal factor for you to go from circumstantial profits to trading skill profits?
For me, it's I'm not a naturally patient person. Mm-hmm. I am a get up and go 100 miles an hour, and just wide open type of person. That's how I've always been. And I'm not wired to sit down and cross my legs and wait for something to happen, or I'm not going to put it off till later. I'm going to do it now, and we're going to do it as fast as we can. Right. That way we can do something else after. And that has been my biggest obstacle in my trading journey. It's because you know how that happens. You'll get in a trade and then you'll get into 45 minutes of consolidation. And it takes everything in me not to throw the computer out the window, honestly, because I'm not wired like that. I have to find something to actually hold my attention, because I'm pulling my hair out and I'm losing it. So between patience and the other one being trusting, my technical analysis and my back testing, those are the two biggest things. I am an overthinker on a major level. So even though I have all the technical analysis showing me that, let's just say we're going short, and then I see a big buying wick on the 1 minute of all things, and now I'm invalidating the whole trade, even though there's nothing wrong. I'm really bad about that. I've gotten a lot better over probably the last 4 to 6 months, but it's still something I struggle with. And ultimately, those are the two things that kind of slow me down or cause speed bumps in my day-to-day trading.
Sure. So have you developed a personal system for pushing through these particular challenges?
Yeah, and the biggest one, honestly, was reducing my position size. I was like everybody. I always want to do it now and today, and I don't want to wait 2 weeks to see the profits I want to see. You get almost like that casino mentality, and I know that's not what we're supposed to be doing, but it's hard not to when you're watching that unrealized profit and loss window, just roll. And so it is difficult, but the biggest thing I've been doing is reducing my position size. And yeah, it's going to take me a little bit longer to get to where I ultimately want to be, but incremental small steps, they add up quicker than people realize. You don't have to have a grand slam every trade in order to, make it. And I stand behind that 100%. And then I have to remind myself of that, because we all fall into that trap of, all right, the last 3 trades went great. This one's going to go really great. Let me go in with twice the leverage, and then that's the one you lose.
Right.
So that's definitely one of the biggest things that I keep relearning that, honestly. I didn't learn it. I keep relearning it.
To me, trading is an ongoing journey. There's a never-ending supply of reasons to refigure out things that maybe you've already figured out. And to me, that's actually one of the appeals to trading, because there's never an I've arrived. I mean, to me, I continually have to better myself in order to continue to grow as a trader. And I find that engaging, as opposed to, hey, I'm good, I've got this down, and I can just continue to do this with my eyes closed for the next 20 years. That's not what I'm looking for in my life. So trading doesn't really do that. Trading does require that continual engagement and development of self, and one of the things that I love about this business. So what's next for you? What's next for you, Tim? I mean, at this point, obviously you've grown into a couple of payouts. As I understand, when we talked a little bit before, you've built up your accounts. What is it that you're looking forward to moving forward in your trading?
To be honest with you, the system that I've been using over the course of the last, like I said, 4 to 6 months is really working out well for me. As long as I follow my order entry and I stick with my risk tolerance that I've set for myself, and I stick to my trading plan and my rules, which are the biggest thing. That's usually whenever everything just stays in line and I keep moving forward. So it's only when I break those rules, or I trade outside of my plan, or I trade strictly off of my gut and not off of what the chart's telling me, is usually when I get bitten. But my goal really is just to keep slowly progressing my accounts moving forward. Stop trying to go for these big trades like everybody wants to get. And if I can keep the consistency that I've been doing well with lately, my goal is to be able to ultimately quit my other job that I have. I'm a full-time fireman. So I would like to be able to retire early from that, but we're going to see. It's a long-term goal.
Awesome. Well, let me thank you for your service. I know it takes a special sort of person to move into that field. I'm just so excited to see the progression as you go from here into the next few stages. I'd love to keep in contact and, maybe catch up here in a couple months and get an update, see how everything's going, if you're up for that.
Absolutely. I'm always up for whatever you guys want to do.
Awesome. Thanks.
I'm easy.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for spending some time with us today. I think we've got some great and valuable insight for other traders out there. And I look forward to see what's coming next for you.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
You got it. We'll talk to you soon, man. Take care.
All right. Bye.